Not gonna lie, Dubby, that was kinda rude. Before we start, do me a quick favor and leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment. Now, let's get moving. What's up, guys? They got the pencil here, and we are here to finally talk about My Hero Academia Chapter 290. And you might be wondering why this review took so long. And the whole reason it did was because I wasn't exactly sure what to talk about. Because the main point of this chapter is obviously the Dabi reveal, that he was a Todoroki all this time. And my issue when talking about that is that anyone who has read My Hero Academia, you don't have to be in the fandom, you don't have to be a theory crafter, you can look at the character designs, especially if you watch the anime where you see they have the exact same eye color. It was so easy to guess that at least me and a couple of people that I typically talk to, we got tired of waiting for the reveal. So this wasn't so much a oh wow, this plot twist was so amazing and in-depth and crazy. More so, finally, it took you long enough. And I think that really isn't the interesting point of contention, because obviously the only thing that makes sense to me, or like that's shocked me, is that really Todoroki and Enji both just didn't know who Dabi was. I'm like, come on now. That's your own son. So you're telling me you've never seen his blue flames before? You're telling me he doesn't look anything like you? You're telling me they saw him in short bursts, so I guess I can give them a pass on that. But like, Todoroki literally looked him directly in the face and he said his full name. Same thing with, well, then again, I can give Endeavor a pass because Endeavor specifically was drained and missing an eye basically at that point when he actually saw Dabi in person. So I'll give Endeavor a pass. Can't really give Shoto a pass. However, that's neither here nor there. The thing that gets me is that this chapter reveals the more interesting part of the chapter that took a while for me to even think on, is it reveals that Dabi doesn't care about any of his family. He's spiteful towards all of them, because the thing about all this is that the chapter opens up with, hold on, let me see if I can direct quote this bad boy. See if I can direct quote it. Kill the TV in room 315. Hurry. She's been making so much progress towards her release, but now this. Talk about terrible timing. So Dabi broadcasts his reveal to the entire world, or the entire, at least, prefecture of Japan, through that one guy from the Liberation Army, whose name I don't remember because I don't really. The Liberation Army arc was Zang. But he's broadcasting it all across Japan for that reason, through that guy's quirk or whatever the guy did. Maybe it's not his quirk. No, it's not his quirk. It's whatever that guy's doing with the computers. And he's basically traumatizing his own mother, who literally did nothing wrong. Like, actually nothing. You could say that, oh, she failed to defend her children. But what, like, Rei is 12,000% the victim in this scenario. There's nothing that I can blame Rei for. So why he's breaking her mentally, no real reason. I can get broadcasting it worldwide, I guess, to ruin Endeavor's career, but you're going to kill him anyway. So what's the point? Because I'm assuming that's because the chapter ends with talking about how Dabi wants to dance with Endeavor all the way down to the underworld, because the past never dies. And that's all cool, and it all sounds real cool, but it defeats the point of revealing that to everyone. Like, why didn't you just do that independently? Because everyone seeing Endeavor as this horrible person now isn't gonna matter if you just kill him like you're planning to. So I don't really get the point of that. And I don't get why you want to break your entire family. What did your entire family do to you? Shoto was just born, and he was also abused, so I don't know why you're mad at him. Natsuo literally still doesn't like Endeavor, and if you've been stalking the Todoroki family as much as you've been implied to, you should know that. Fuyumi is literally your sister, who also just did nothing wrong. She was just born into the same family as you, and she's been putting so much work in to try to fix it. I understand you were abused as a child, and that is unbelievably scarring. And I also understand that Dabi is legitimately insane. But from the logical perspective, this plan in itself doesn't seem to click with me. Like, I don't like revealing yourself as a Todoroki is cool and all, but it's just the way he did it, considering he's going to kill Endeavor anyway. If keeping Endeavor alive and torturing him was the plan, I'd be like, oh, okay. So yeah, really just let him go and let him suffer out there in the world as basically a twisted symbol now, because obviously he's revealed as a child abuser. But no, you're gonna kill him. So the killing part and the revealing part don't make sense. I guess it's okay that he doesn't care about the rest of his family. I just consider it weird. But then again, Dabi's insane. That's the thing. Whenever these villains do something that would be very, very impactful for the society of itself, I always get yanked back on the fact that you're a villain. You murdered people. You said it yourself. You killed 30 innocent people, which is weird. I feel like that number should be like stupid higher. Like, really? Only 30? But that's neither here nor there. That's the thing. This feels so empty. It's even more empty than what Stain was talking about, because Stain had morals. Stain had ideals. He wasn't going to kill. He was down for All Might killing him, but he wasn't going to attack any true heroes. Stain's ideals stood so strong because he wasn't going to attack Midoriya, because Midoriya he was a true hero. Dabi just doesn't care. So he has all this posturing about being a measure of Stain's ideals, but obviously he's not, because he's breaking down all of his family. He should just be punishing Endeavor. He should just be killing Endeavor. But no, for some reason, he's going to torture and break his entire family, because why not? And here's the thing also about this reveal. I have many, many problems with My Hero Academia's pacing, and one of the biggest ones I'm having right now, I'm waiting till Chapter 91 drops before I put this as a full-on criticism, but my main issue here in Chapter 290 is that we are in a much more interesting spot with the main narrative. This is a side plot. Dabi is a side character, Endeavor is a side character. All these people are side characters and side villains. And the chapter opens on pages 4 to 5 with a much more interesting and much more honestly important plot point. Gigantomachia is here. So is Shigaraki still. Why do I care? Like, why do I care about Dabi revealing himself? I feel like we're just getting detracted away from the main plot, and I feel like the way things are going right now, I'm unsure of what the next chapter is going to be, because it's most likely going to be Dabi versus Endeavor and Shoto, but of course Endeavor's basically dead, and Shoto's traumatized right now, so there's not going to be much of a fight. But then we're back to just, Gigantomachia being there and Shigaraki being there, so it feels weird. If I'm saying, my point is, it seems to come at a really awkward point. Like, if we were in a space where the Shigaraki fight had concluded at the beginning of the chapter, I believe it's the beginning of this chapter. Let me see. Yeah, at the beginning of this chapter, All For One is begging Shigaraki to just get out of there. So, actually no, that was the last chapter. But still, last chapter, All For One is telling Shigaraki, retreat, get lost, you're dying. But Shigaraki doesn't run. So Shigaraki's still here. He's getting time to heal now. So it's a weird pause in the middle of the narrative. I feel like it would have been better pacing-wise if Shigaraki had yeeted himself out of there. Gigantomachia was still chasing Shigaraki, and the heroes were about to go chase Shigaraki as he's escaping, but then Dabi lands from Gigantomachia and does this whole reveal mess. It seems awkwardly put in the narrative. Like I said, twist itself is fine. I feel like it took way too long, especially since the moment we saw Dabi all the way back in the Forest Invasion arc and we saw his blue flames, we figured out the twist. There's no twist here. It's only for the characters. I think another thing this chapter fails at is that it shows slight reactions to Dabi's truth, but the reactions from Shoto and Endeavor, they don't hit that. There are no words exchanged. There's no thought going through their heads. We don't see any of that. So we're kind of, it's more, it hits less for me as a reader because I already knew the twist. So the twist itself isn't surprising. And the characters aren't reacting in an interesting or heart-wrenching way just yet. So the twist doesn't hit on that front either. So I'm sitting here just confused of why was this the way? Like, why was this the way this was done? And I'm hoping Chapter 291 does a better job of showing more reactions. I think it's too late, if I'm being honest, because everyone, like the chapter, I didn't review it when the spoilers came out because I didn't want to spoil anyone by accident. But the time that the chapter dropped Everyone had already gotten it. The impact had already hit, and the impact basically hit a whole week ago from the time I'm putting up this video. So that means we're gonna have almost a nearly full 2 weeks of Toya officially being, or Dabi officially being a Todoroki. So all the hype from that is basically gone. It's died out. Like, it was all over social media for a bit, but it's died out. And since we don't have the reactions here, I feel like this twist isn't gonna be very memorable because everyone knew it already. And unless the reactions are some top tier level mess next chapter, no one's gonna remember this. That's the sad thing. This twist doesn't hit that hard in the moment in the initial chapter reading, and it's not, and I doubt it's gonna hit that hard in the next chapter because of how weirdly positioned this case is. Because this twist, like I mentioned earlier, is shared with the main conflict. So the twist itself barely even gets a full chapter to it because we're still focused on Shigaraki being there and Gigantomachia being there. But so I doubt the next chapter is even going to be fully focused on the Todorokis, because then it doesn't make sense for it to be. Because Gigantomachia is still there awaiting orders from both his masters, and his masters are still there. So Horikoshi did good finally revealing it. 290 chapters. I don't remember the chapter Dabi was like actually introduced, but I feel like it's been a bit too long. But he finally got it out of the way, and I hope Horikoshi can do something interesting with it. That's the thing. If he can manage to pull off something interesting with this twist, then I will give Horikoshi way more credit. But at this very moment in time, I'm not sure what more interesting things he can do with the twist, because he already wasted the initial reaction. He already wasted the impact of the twist itself because the twist was so obvious. For the reader, maybe not for the characters, but for the reader. And sadly enough, when you're writing a manga, you're concerned more about the reader's reactions than the character's reactions. And the reactions we got from the characters were rather subpar. So I'm hoping chapter 291, despite how little sense it'll make, completely isolates itself from Gigantomachia, Shigaraki, Nejire, all the characters that are there, Midoriya. I hope it's all gone for chapter 291. If we can get a full Todoroki-based chapter, Todoroki family-based chapter, but I doubt that's gonna happen. I don't know. We're in a really weird spot when it comes to My Hero Academia, but hey, I mean, I'm still enjoying it. That's the thing. I have dropped manga before, and I won't be afraid to do it again, but My Hero Academia is still intriguing me. It still has a lot of questions I want to answer, so I'm just waiting. I hope it gets good. No, it's good already. That's the thing. A lot of people say this is their favorite arc so far. I wouldn't say that. I feel like this arc has too many mess, too much stupid quirk mess for me to really rank it up super high in the My Hero Academia arcs, but it is a good arc. So I hope it just gets better. Chapter as a whole, if I were to give it a number rating, it'd be like a solid 7. A solid 7. Because the twist itself doesn't hit, the characters don't hit. Once again, art's always fantastic. I love Dabi's dialogue. His dialogue is fantastically dramatic, and so it's so theatrical. Like this is no way near the way an actual person would talk, but he's mocking them. So I think that it's good for Dabi's character. I like the flip, because this is the happiest we've ever seen Dabi in a twisted sense, and I can't wait to see him finally dance with his father all the way down to the underworld. But that's all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.